You can be winning at everything and still feel like your life is driving with a flat tire. Depression, anxiety, sadness, loneliness, it can all be there. And I'm going to show you how to figure it out. And the tool that shows you how is called the Wheel of Life. And it's older than you think. The idea actually goes back thousands of years to a Buddhist image called the Wheel of Becoming, a circle used to map out the whole of a person's existence. And the lesson was really easy. A life isn't one thing. It's many parts turning together. Then in the 1960s, a man named Paul J. Meyer took that ancient idea and turned it into a coaching tool. Score the areas of your life, plot them as a wheel, and then read the shape. And here's the truth that this ancient circle figured out, and most of us forget. If one part of your life is flat, the whole thing rides rough, no matter how good your best part looks. And this simple tool shows you exactly why. It's the Wheel of Life. And today, I'm going to show you what it is, how to score it, and how to read what it's actually telling you about you. My name is Don Markland. I'm the co-CEO of Noomii.com. We run the largest coaching marketplace in North America with over 34,000 coaches on the platform. And we built the #1 Wheel of Life assessment tool in the world. More people have taken our tool than anyone else. So I've watched this one exercise change how thousands of people see their lives. And here is why it works. It takes about 10 minutes. You don't need anything but a scale of 1 to 10, maybe some brutal honesty. And by the end, you'll know the single area to focus on that lifts everything else. So let's walk through it. When one area of life is highly successful while another is severely neglected, this results a flat tire. This imbalance creates a constant jarring turbulence. And no matter how well your career or finances are performing, that single flattened section dictates the quality of the ride, making it difficult to enjoy your life's achievements. To identify these flat spots, you can use a visual diagnostic tool called the Wheel of Life. It takes about 10 minutes to generate a snapshot of your current satisfaction across the core areas of a full life. Surviving the friction of modern life requires an objective map. Before you can make repairs, you have to know the exact shape of your current dissatisfaction. And you start by selecting 8 to 10 slices. While most people use a standard set, you can separate family from friends if those relationships differ, or add a slice for spirituality if a sense of purpose is a daily priority. Each slice is graded from 1 to 10. A 1 indicates deep dissatisfaction, while a 10 means total fulfillment. A 5 is the true midpoint. This number tracks your personal satisfaction, not your external accomplishments or peer comparisons. The exercise requires one strict rule: grade how you actually feel today. Do not rate an idealized future version of yourself or the life that you feel you should be living. The wheel functions as an honest mirror. Using flattering but false numbers to make a slice look better destroys the diagnostic value of the entire process. Some slices have more systemic impact than others. Gallup's own research shows that professional well-being, how you feel about your daily work, is a primary driver of overall health. When work is a constant source of stress, satisfaction in every other area tends to decline. Finance is another critical driver. In 2010, economists Daniel Kahneman and Angus Deaton published research suggesting daily happiness in the US plateaus once an individual's income reaches $75,000 a year. However, more recent data from 2023 shows that for most people, happiness continues to rise significantly alongside income well past the original plateau. The link between money and happiness is actually driven by autonomy. The score here depends on how much control you feel you have over your life rather than the specific amount of money in your bank account. Physical health provides the energy for every other slice. And Gallup found that adults with low physical well-being are twice as likely to develop a new chronic disease within a 3-year period. Career, money, and health form the prerequisite engine of the wheel. If these three segments are draining you, it is nearly impossible to fuel the rest of your life. Social connection is a heavy predictor of long-term health. The Harvard study of adult development, which tracked subjects for nearly 8 years, found that the quality of close relationships is a stronger indicator of long life than wealth, social status, or even cholesterol levels. This is particularly true in the romance slice. Research from the same Harvard study indicates that people in unhappy marriages report higher levels of both emotional and physical pain as they age. Alongside relationships, humans have a psychological need for competence and evolution. The personal growth slice tracks whether you are continuing to learn and expand your capabilities. Benjamin Franklin famously managed this by focusing on one new specific habit every 30 days to ensure he remained in a state of constant personal evolution. Relationships provide a buffer against life stresses, but personal growth provides momentum. Without a sense of improvement, a stable life can eventually feel stagnant. Rest functions as systemic maintenance. The fun and recreation slice measures the time you spend purely on recharging your internal batteries, which is necessary to prevent chronic burnout. This was historically recognized by a former Czechoslovakian state, which effectively mandated countryside retreats for families. They understood that well-rested citizens performed better and stayed healthier over time. Your physical environment also plays a role. If your home or workspace is draining, it creates a subconscious energy leak that follows you into your work and your relationships. When you look at your finished wheel, check two things: its overall size, which represents your baseline satisfaction, and its balance. A jagged wheel indicates you are thriving in some areas while starving in others. And this shape highlights where you need targeted repair to smooth out the ride. Trying to fix every low score simultaneously, that's a mistake. Life improvement is a mechanical system. Applying pressure everywhere at once usually leads to failure. Instead, use a two-step filter. Identify your lowest scores and then determine which of those areas has the most leverage, the ability to positively affect other slices of the wheel. Improving a high leverage area like health naturally raises other scores. Increased energy from better health makes it easier to engage at work and show up for your relationships. Define exactly what a 10 looks like in that one specific area. Then take one concrete action this week to raise your score just by a single point. Maintaining this singular focus over a 90-day period is a sustainable way to raise your baseline without the exhaustion that comes from multitasking. And be careful not to conflate career success with personal financial health. It is possible for a business to thrive while your personal finances remain a source of significant stress. Your financial grade should reflect your feeling of control and security, not just your total income. Remember that trying to lift every slice at once, it really often backfires. The resulting stress typically pulls down your health and recreation scores, leaving you worse off than you were when you started. A low score is a piece of data, not a judgment on your character. Think of a low score as a precise coordinate. It shows exactly where a small, focused effort will most improve your wheel's rotation. So remember this: the wheel is a mirror, not a verdict. A low score is not a failure, it's information. It shows you where a small effort pays off the most. And you don't fix everything at once. You pick one area, you take one step, you raise it maybe a single point. And if you want to take the wheel yourself, like I said, we made it for free. Head to Noomii.com and take the #1 Wheel of Life assessment tool in the world. It scores you, it plots your wheel, and it shows you where to focus. I'll put the link in the notes below. And do it today while it's fresh, while it's right in your head. And then come back and run it again in about 3 months. The trend is where the real value is. As always, thank you for being a part of this channel. Thank you for continuing to subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you and help you change your life and grow your business one client at a time.